Honestly, like I predicted, Joker won an award. Best Actor, I believe it was. I'm not too sure what else it won. I don't know if it won anything else. Didn't watch the full Oscars because usually movies aren't my everything nowadays. But I was very intrigued how this movie got to winning Best Actor while the media was trying to tear it down, like I said in the last video about this movie. And to be honest, Joaquin had an amazing speech. Now, I didn't watch it right after the movie got announced for Best Actor, but I was on a Facebook post, and I did leave a little tongue-for-cheek thing saying the woke crowd's gonna have a meltdown in 3, 2, 1, because, let's be honest, it was the quote-unquote woke crowd that tried burying this movie and misrepresenting it. I get a message from someone who actually did unfriend me because this was the type of person that would get on your status, judge you, act like his opinions were high above yours, and then talk all condescending without actually acknowledging any of your counter-arguments. No, I will not mention the guy's name, but he did unfriend me a long time ago because he realized I was not going to be shamed by his condescending attitude. But he urged me to watch the speech, and I have to say it was pretty good. But he was trying to misrepresent it and make it about his views and not everyone's like the speech actually portrayed. But that person is kind of a small thing in the past, and I intend to keep it that way. And like Joaquin Phoenix said, we need to look towards the future. Because Joaquin, I feel like, was talking to everyone on how we tend to think that our way is the only way, and a good way for someone else means a bad way for us. And whatever argument or side you take on any issue, whether it's politics, religion, etc., some people usually do feel in an argument like it's a them or the other person's scenario. And I got the overall consensus of his speech because he didn't really point to one group of people. He kept it very ambiguous, which was good for an actor to do. A lot of actors like to point out a specific cause and say, you must go this way. And that's not really what Joaquin was doing in a sense. He was being very ambiguous with it, really wanting to, might I say, appeal to everybody. Which is honestly what I've been waiting 4 years to hear an actor say, or a political figure, or a public figure for that matter. He talked about not dwelling on the past and past mistakes, and I could really get behind that. If you're focusing on the past and have bitterness towards it, I mean, it's only going to hold you back. And this could be with anything, politics, relationships, etc. And I think back to mainstream media, the thing that tried burying this Joker movie is it always tries to put an enemy in front of us. Give us something to attack, something to hate, relative to 1984's Hour of Hate or whatever they call it. But I feel like what he was saying was we need to stop finding ourselves an enemy and realize no matter what, we all live on the same earth and we are all facing the same issues by being part of this same earth. And whether we have different nationalities, different languages, different ways of life, as long as those ways don't hurt the other person, we should totally be accepting of those. And acting like our views are the only way to get things done. And I think this could be a callback to Murray Franklin's show in The Joker and how, you know, the culture that tried burying this movie really thought that its views were above everyone else's and no one else deserved to be heard out, which is what Murray Franklin in the movie decided to do. They chose what was funny and what was not. Almost to the point where they were only caring about themselves while telling the world that they cared about everybody. I've seen this culture before. I'm not going to name the culture again because I've seen it multiple times. But it was really nice to see an actor go for unity. Ambiguous unity, but I think he kept it ambiguous so no one does what the guy in the Facebook message was going to try and do and make it all about him. Because at the end of the day, we need to make sure that whether or not we disagree with one another, we don't necessarily hate each other. Because you can push all the policies, all the media you want, but until we start treating each other like fellow human beings and stop walking all over each other and treat each other with kindness, I guarantee society is never going to change. No matter who we have leading us or what of it. We honestly don't know if there's a sequel to this, but we tend to make this play that we know exists go rough for as many other people as we can, making ourselves the center of the universe. not taking other people into consideration. And I want to keep this video as ambiguous as possible. I don't want to try and make digs at a certain amount of people, because I do realize a lot of different groups are responsible for these toxic behaviors. But that circles back to the original point of the first video. We are all human. We are all capable of making the same mistakes. Seeing this movie go from something that the media was trying to bury to pushing the message it did, and see how many people could truly relate to that no matter where they came from, was outstanding. Seeing how many people actually felt like clowns was outstanding. And to those people, I tell you, you're not alone. We've all felt like this. And know that I can speak for myself. I would probably never turn my back on you unless you gave me a very solid reason to do so. Because I do believe not making kindness weakness is also very important. And when some people think it is all about them, they'll talk about equality, and then when they get ahead, they'll push themselves forward. And this is what Joaquin was talking about also. And this narcissism that exists in our society today is actually what ruins our chances of making it better. Again, we need to stop making ourselves the center. Start making ourselves part of the whole. And I'm pretty sure I've said everything there is to say about this. You know, I'm very happy for those of you who watched the first video and then watched the follow-up. And I wanted to get this out there as quickly as possible, because I know that YouTube's going to have a rush of these videos. Probably of those saying, yes, it was against the left or it was against the right. But I want to come with the message of this was for humanity. This movie was for humanity. Not just for like 99% of people, but those who have been slipping through the cracks. Those like the Joker, those like Arthur Fleck, who no one turned to talk to. And we need to all come together and help each other out. Because at the end of the day, we're all human. All animals are living things too, and this earth is definitely living. Make no doubt about it. Make no doubt about it. I'm Mickey McSticky. Thank you for listening to me drone on for the past 20 minutes of this movie, and I'll see you next time.